Hello everyone, and especially hello to our teacher, Mrs. Pocket. On behalf of our course International Human Resources, my group and me created a presentation on the LL Bean Company. The following presentation is going to be held by Kain Pero, Anja Klapper, Nicoletta Plantak, Niklas Steinbacher, and me, Laura Walczyk. Let's start with a quick overview about what this presentation is going to be about. First of all, I will start with the introduction part and give you a brief overview about the company's background. After that, we are going to learn something about the numbers and facts, followed by our main topic, the Special Employees Compensation. Further, we are going to see the SWOT analysis of the company, as well as the reward systems and the corporate values. In the end, we are going to give you our recommendations and also conclude the whole presentation. I would like to start with an introduction to the main aspects of our presentation. So, the main focus of our presentation will be on the most important department of nearly every company, which is, of course, the Human Resources Department, or to be more clear, its employees and their satisfaction. A lot of studies show that from the employee's point of view, there are two main aspects that need to be guaranteed in order to be satisfied, which is, first of all, good compensation packages, and secondly, benefits. I'm pretty sure every one of us can relate. However, unfortunately, reality looks different, as still, nowadays, there are a lot of companies which compensation and benefit packages remain low. In order to give you a brief overview about what international compensation is and what the policies should include, I'll give you some information on that. International compensation policies should be consistent with the overall strategy, structure, and business needs of the multinational corporation. Also, it should attract and retain the staff in the areas with greatest needs and opportunities. Further, it should facilitate the transfer of the international employees in cost-effective manner, and it should also consider equality and the ease of administration. Also, another very important term of the next slides in our presentation is the total rewards. Total rewards basically is a concept that describes all the tools available to an employer that may be used to attract, motivate, and retain the employees. Now, with all the given information, let's see how LL Bean Company manages its compensation and total reward systems. Let's move on with the company background. LL Bean was founded in 1912 by Lee and Leonwood Bean in Freeport, Maine. This is also the location of the current headquarters. The family-owned business is specialized in outdoor equipment such as tents, camping gear, or even canoes, in outdoor and indoor apparel, in footwear, and also in luggage and bags. During World War II, LL Bean was the clothing consultant for the U.S. Army. By 1991, LL Bean was a major cataloger, manufacturer, and also retailer. Due to this success, it was able to open its first international retail stores by 1992 in Tokyo. Nowadays, they have 28 stores and outlets throughout whole Japan.
Hello everyone, my name is Kain Pero and now I will tell you something about some number and facts. LL Bean annual sales grew with 47% between 1990 and 2000 from more than 600 million to almost 1.2 billion. And this resulted in a company-wide bonus in 2000. In 2015, the annual sales were 1.6 billion. And the LL catalogus is sent to over 170 different countries, and the global website even serves over 200 countries, where the product prices are converted into 60 different currencies. A total of 140,000 products are available, and during the winter months, which are mostly more busy, up to 10,000 employees work for LL Bean. Now something about employee compensation. Now LL Bean is number 15 on Forbes list of best employers ranking, and they have some basic employees compensation like competitive pay, where payment and performance are linked. And furthermore, they have a healthy lifestyle program, paid time off, a tuition reimbursement, and a medical insurance where preventive services are covered for 100%. They also have some special employee compensations, like the employee discount, where all employees receive a 20 to 33% discount on their product. The employees also have a use room privilege, and this allows them to borrow the gear, the outdoor gear, to use on their adventures. LL Bean also has 12 on-site fitness rooms within the main base locations, and there are a wide range of wellness classes offered at reduced rates for the employees. Every year, the outdoor experience days are organized for employees to sort of team building, where they can strengthen the connection between the colleagues. And employees also have store privileges, and this enables them to purchase returned or discounted merchandise at substantial savings. And at last, for the lucky employees who are selected through a lottery, they have access to several cabins and tents in Maine's beautiful Rangeley Lake region.
My name is Nicoletta Plantak, and I would love to continue with the internal strengths part of LL Bean. We're going to look into it in the total rewards perspective, but in order to do that, we have to understand what does that mean. And that means that the employer offers the employees of all the rewards to attract, motivate, and retain employees. And as we know, there's a strong and positive link between a total rewards perspective and the employee's commitment to the organization. In order to point out the internal strengths, I would love to talk about these bullet points on the left, as you can see. So firstly, I would love to talk about the employee satisfaction and the reputable brand. That's going to lead to more profit, and that's going to lead to more total rewards as well at the end of the day. LL Bean has a global presence, so that means that there is a higher profit, and there's going to be a higher budget for the rewards. Thirdly, I would love to say that LL Bean is a family-owned company, and that means that the profit margins are higher, and that could go to total rewards, and that's going to end up in the employee's hand. Lastly, I would say strong social responsibility, and that means that there's an improved quality of life of the employees and communities, and that can be done by total rewards. Obviously, there's going to be a motivated employee, and it's going to attract even more employee and an amazing customer service. Then I would love to talk about the internal weaknesses as well, also in the total rewards perspective. As we know, LL Bean has to maintain its brand presence, and that can lead to a reinvestment of revenues. Probably they have to reinvest those revenues and put it in other parts of the company rather than to total rewards. Then another weakness is that it has less international presence than its competitors, and they have to keep up with them, and that is costly, as we know. And in order to do that, maybe they have to cut total rewards to a certain amount. Thank you for listening.
My name is Nicholas, and I'm going to talk a bit more about the external factors that actually influence the operations of LL Bean. So I would like to start off by talking about the external opportunities that the company has to potentially profit from. So the company can actually grow its business while maintaining the integrity of the brand by doing a number of things. First, they could optimize their multi-channel retailing. So if they respond properly to changes in the distribution and retail segment, for example, they can grow the business more by adapting to in-store sale trends, for example, or by exploiting more possibilities to sell online. The next opportunity would be global outsourcing. Like most other companies in this industry, they already do global outsourcing, but it would be a great opportunity to actually make a more efficient approach to global outsourcing. The next one would be social responsibility. So to grow their customer loyalty and to actually respond also to current trends in their business and international market, the company can actually achieve more credibility by growing their commitment to social responsibility. The next opportunity would be global compensation standards, especially for their international vendors and subsidiaries. If they establish discretionary cash bonuses, performance-based pay, management training programs, and expanded fringe benefits, they can actually really take this up as an opportunity and grow as a global brand. So if they actually expand through using or properly taking advantage of the digital revolution, they can conquer more new markets and establish themselves as a globally known outdoor brand around the whole world. Coming to the threats that LL Bean faces. So especially global outsourcing brought a very intense scrutiny to the compensation and benefits of the company, which is especially that there's a challenge for fair wages at the company's global subsidiaries and vendors. So as mentioned before, an opportunity would be to actually eliminate the threat of inefficient global outsourcing, and they can really take advantage of that. Another possibility or another threat would be that, for example, due to the current international health crisis, they also have to optimize a system of global outsourcing. The next one would be a very competitive market. So this industry is actually really consisting of constant battles and acquiring market share and growing into new markets, which actually takes a lot of investment capital and a lot of resources to invest in market acquisition or, for example, using technology to do so. Last but not least, the technology and the changing global environment in terms of technology is a very big threat because, as once again said, there's a very big necessary investment that is a potential threat, and they always have to keep updated and use always the newest technology. Now I would like to pass on to my colleague.
Hello, my name is Anja Klappe and I will continue with the reward system. As it is written in the publication Implementing Total Reward Strategies, the Society for Human Resource Management found out that a blend of monetary and non-monetary rewards offered to employees can generate valuable business results. In LL Bean, total rewards were used as a strategic solution to many of the issues identified in the review process. They offered traditional benefits like performance-based bonuses, profit sharing, and cafeteria-style healthcare, and also non-traditional benefits like store discounts, on-site fitness programs, and the use of company-owned outdoor gear such as tents and canoes. LL Bean also had a tradition of connecting their employees through outdoor activity days and trips. Besides a strong customer focus, LL Bean business concept is value-driven and based on the concept of social responsibility. These concepts include ethically sound practices, awareness of the business imprints on the environment, the improvement of the quality of life of the company's employees, and the communities in which it operates. The first category in LL Beans is the focus on preserving the environment. For example, employees are participating in preservation activities. They also committed to sustainable, responsible paper procurement, which is a very important consideration because the company mails more than 200 million catalogs each year. As third category, they committed to labor rights, including human rights monitoring, so they took care of safety standards, non-discriminatory practices, fair compensation and benefits, and processes for auditing and investigating complaints. The last part of their value-based strategy is charitable giving. For instance, the company has donated more than $5 million towards environmental conservation efforts.
Now I would like to share our recommendations with you. As a team, we were thinking about following steps that the company should consider in order to align the HR department with the organizational goals and values a bit further. First of all, it would be advisable to extend the benefits for financial security, for example with pension plans. Also, we recommend to improve in terms of working hours and leave. The company should provide additional holidays and paid parental leave. Also, the company should enable skills development by providing, for example, trainee days or seminars. Another recommendation is to assure lifestyle benefits by, for example, organizing events in which the whole company comes together, like, for example, going hiking. Also, the company should improve its work-life balance by, for example, providing childcare or grocery delivery. Another aspect that we think it will be important to improve is the mobility. The company could, for example, offer annual free public transport passes to its employees. As we now came to an end with our presentation, we would like to conclude what we have learned so far. LL Bean, the highly recognized outdoor apparel retail company from the US, has made its employees, which were once its biggest weakness, become its biggest strength. The HR department of the company has not only linked payment with performance and increased therefore the employees' outcomes, but has an overall extensive reward system. To underline this, the company's corporate values are social responsibility, labor rights, and charity, which makes the company a great role model for all other companies that were used to struggle with their HR system. So this was our presentation on the LL Bean Company. We hope that you have liked it and that you were able to extend your knowledge on employees' compensation and total reward systems. In the name of my group, I would now like to say thank you for listening and participating in our presentation on the LL Bean Company.